Good morning to all of you. So today we have seen the comparison between different types of rectifiers. What are the parameters that we have to study or we have to study in last three lectures, that also we have seen within this lecture. Now, first thing it is that the number of diodes means different parameters for comparison that should be written in this on this paper. Now we have to start with this first condition, that is for half wave rectifier. It is that half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier with central tap and bridge rectifier. Now, first thing it is that the number of diodes for the half wave rectifier means in that case we have to use only one diode here. For full wave rectifier using central tap transformer we have to use two diodes, and for bridge rectifier there is a requirement of four diodes. Means here number of diodes should be only increased. Second thing it is that for half wave rectifier, the value of DC voltage that we have to find out, and the value of DC voltage VDC, it is represented as Vm upon pi. It is the Vm upon pi. Now, if we want to write that value of VDC, DC voltage or average voltage, that should be also represented as 0.318 Vm. 0.318 Vm. Now, for the full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier, the value of DC voltage, it should be same, and its value should be becomes as twice Vm upon pi. Now, for both cases, this value should be same, and it can be also represented as a 0.636 Vm. Here also, we have to write twice Vm upon pi, that is equal to 0.636 Vm. Means in this way, we have to write the value of average voltage. Now, second thing that we have to measure, that is represent, that is nothing but RMS voltage. Now, RMS voltage for half wave rectifier, that we have to firstly find out the value of RMS voltage for the half wave rectifier. It is nothing but Vm upon, it is Vm upon 2. That is the RMS voltage. Now, for this case, the value of RMS voltage, it is represented as Vm upon square root 2. Now, this is the change that should be, we have to take care about this case. That is here also the value should be same. Means for all the things, for full wave rectifier that are similar for central tap as well as bridge with few changes. Which are the few changes that we have to see? On that is, first thing it is that there is change in number of diodes, and second thing that come later. That is now average current. Average current, it is represented as Im upon pi. Here average current, it is represented as twice Im upon pi. For this case also twice Im upon pi. RMS current, it is represented as Im upon 2. Here, if that value should be similar, here Im upon square root 2. Here also the value Im upon square root 2. Now, by using these values, we have to find out the efficiency of that circuit and the efficiency for the ripple for half wave rectifier, that we have to represent as approximately equal to, it is 0.406. But if we want to write that value in terms of percentage, that value it is represented as a 40.6%. Means it is the efficiency for the half wave rectifier. Now, efficiency for full wave rectifier, it is for both cases, that is full wave rectifier, either for central tap or bridge, its value should be 81.2. That is 16, or it is represented in this percentage, 81.2%. Okay, so that is the efficiency. Then ripple factor, ripple factor, the value of ripple content, that should be higher for a ripple factor. The value of ripple content should be higher for the half wave rectifier, and its value should be 1.21. For this half wave rectifier, its value should be 0.48482. It is, and here also it is 0.482. 0.482. Now here one more term that is added, and that term, it is nothing but the output or ripple frequency. Output frequency or ripple frequency. Now if you are seeing the diagram or waveform for the output of half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, in that case, for the first thing, for half wave rectifier, we have to see only one wave, and that wave must be repeated after some time. Means that frequency of input, that AC input signal, and the output, it is having same, and therefore it is represented as a FN or simply F. Here also, for full wave rectifier with center tap or bridge rectifier, the condition should be changed, and that condition, change the condition, it is represented as, we have to get for one positive and negative half cycle. For one cycle of AC input, we have to get 2 half cycles at another side, and therefore that frequency should be increased, and it becomes twice F. For this case also, that frequency becomes twice F. Means in this way, the ripple frequency or output frequency for the bridge rectifier and center tap transformer, we can get the frequency which is double the input frequency. Okay, so all these cases, that is rectifier, it is the first stage to convert the AC into pulsating DC. Not it, that value, it is not perfect DC. It is not perfect DC. Now, how to get that perfect DC from the pulsating DC? There's the requirement of the another circuit, and that another component, it is represented as a filter. Now, filter, it is nothing but filter, it is generally represented as that circuit which is used to get required component, and unwanted component must be eliminated. Now, in case of this rectifier along with filter, the pulsating DC output, we have to convert into pure DC, or we have to take the step towards to get the DC value or minimize the ripple content. And for that purpose, we have to use the filter circuit, and this filter, with the help of this filter, the value of AC content at the output side, that must be decreased. And therefore, if you want to write the definition, the filter, it is nothing but which filter is minimize the AC component, minimize AC component at the output of rectifier, at the output of rectifier. Now, there are different types of filters are available. How they are connected means, at the output of rectifier, it is connected, means it is connected between the load component and rectifier. Now, how they are connected? The rectifier filter circuits, these are generally constructed by using the two components. It is constructed with the help of inductor and capacitor or capacitor. Inductor or capacitor and capacitor, means depending upon these two components. Now, why these two components are only used? Because it has, these two components has basic property, that is a reactance property. Now, because of the reactance of inductor, because of the reactance of capacitor, we have to design the filter circuit with the help of this inductor or capacitor or inductor along with capacitor. We have to design different types of filters. Now, the capacitor, what is the property of capacitor? Capacitor property, it is that it allows to pass AC signal and blocks DC signal. That is the first, means by definition, we have to write that definition. And for inductor, it allows to pass AC, it opposes or blocks AC component and allows to pass DC component. Now these two components are performing in different way, and therefore whenever these two components are used as a filter, they are connected in a specific way. Means one component it is connected in series with load resistor, and another component it is connected in parallel or in shunt with another. That is, inductor it is connected in series, while the capacitor it is connected in parallel with load resistor. Okay, so there are different types of filters. These filters are inductor filter, capacitor filter, then LC filter and pipe filter. These filters we have to see one by one in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.